everyone. This feels so weird. And honestly, I feel like my storage is going to cut out after solid like 10 minutes. But what I've decided to do randomly is make an extended version of Late Night Book Club. Um, if you're familiar with me on TikTok, I, on and off, used to be very consistent. I used to do this series called Late Night Book Club. I basically pick like a different book to talk about every night. Then it later evolved into like issues or like just general book conversation. And I used to just cover like a topic or a book every night and give it as like a recommendation, explain it, say like why I like it or whatever. Um, really out of breath from getting up and putting the camera on. Christ. Um, yeah, I know this is very like scuffed of a setup right now. I'm literally just lying in bed. I've got my tripod and a light shining up my eyes that's connected to my tripod. If I look there, I'm being vain and trying to look at myself in the like front of my camera because I can't see myself. Um, but I actually cannot see anyway because my glasses aren't that good. Um, I actually have not written anything down or planned this like at all. Really, I just kind of had the idea, set my phone up, got on with it. So I know a few things in my head I want to cover, but realistically, I'm probably going to forget a lot of them. But first, I thought I'd talk about the book that I've just, well, not just started it. Basically, say a week or two ago, I went to the Miffy exhibition in Leeds. I got the train up and I brought a book with me because I went with Isabel and I knew Isabel would be doing work. So I was like, can't really talk to her the whole way. And like a few months ago as well, I started this book, literally read a few pages, and I've been in such a book slump since, honestly, since moving to uni. I've had a few days of just like mega reading when I've not like had anything else to do. I read quite a lot. Genuinely, I think I've only got like under 50 pages left of I Who Have Never Known Men, which is very different to something I would usually read, but honestly, so good. So good. It's, I don't know if anybody who might end up watching this might know it, but it's about a young girl. Well, she's like the narrator of the story, and she's in this kind of like underground, literally just an underground room full of other women of varying ages, but she's the youngest. And there's a group of male guards who just watch them all day. Like, the women aren't allowed to like touch each other or anything. Like, there's very strict rules, and these male guards like make them stick to it. And it kind of follows them, so they get out mysteriously. They just get let out, and particularly the main character, who's the youngest, she's been in there since she was very young. You know, everything she kind of learned was from inside this place, nurtured by all these women. So there's quite a few issues with that. It's not as good as it like would sound to be. You know, it's at the end of the day, she's been raised in captivity. Didn't say that right, but yeah, it's been very interesting. I think obviously because it was so far away from my comfort zone in pretty much every aspect, there was like the most minor possible, tiniest, like not even romance subplot. It was just like her having a crush. Um, and obviously like romance is my big one. That's something I'm thinking I'm gonna try and remember to talk about. But yeah, romance is genuinely like my top genre forever. I've always been romance girly, and the new book I'm reading sticks to that. It's called Picking Daisies on Sundays. This is how it looks. I tied the red bow around like my spot because I couldn't find any of my bookmarks. And it matches my outfit, so I thought it was really cute for the TikToks I was filming today. Um, so I don't even know how to start explaining it. I'm just gonna say I really love it. That's my current read. So if I do actually post this on this something that continues, I might start doing like front read. That's granted I don't get into books. My bookshelves are like right ahead of me here, and I'm looking at things I want to talk about. Obviously, my TBR is very full, and most the the vast majority of books I brought to uni I've never read. Some of them are like first in a series, or some of them are like halfway through a series. Um, I literally have the last Good Girls Guide to Murder book as good as dead because I am too scared to read it because I loved that universe. I'm literally accepting defeat. Like I just can't let it end. And I know people say like the last one is like the best one, and I really do want to read that soon. I'm really hoping this can get me back into like my regular reading cycle. There is another one by this author. Let me check her name. Is it Liana or Liana Sinsotti? I'm so sorry. I cannot pronounce names. I really struggle. Um, but I know she's on TikTok and she's very good at marketing her books. Honestly, queen of it. I have her other book. Well, that's how you know she's a queen of marketing. When I literally bought her first and her second book in one single Amazon order because her TikToks about it just sold. The other one's called Don't Be in Love. The cover of that one's really cute as well, and I think it might be set in London. Might be wrong. This one's in America. I know that. Some other books that I really, really do want to read soon. Like, I'm so desperate to get over this book slump because I just want to read these books, and I don't want to keep starting books and then not finishing them. This, might shock some people. Two actually that might shock some people. I've never read Addicted to You or any of the Calloway sister. I swear it's like something slash Calloway or Calloway slash something series. The Addicted series, I'll just call it that. Never read any of them. And I have the first one. For some reason, if you want the normal like covers in the UK, they cost like literally £15. I don't know if there's any. I know I do have followers from a few different other places, but like £15 for one book here is extortionate. Like that's insane. There's a few books I know like that which are surprisingly just randomly more expensive. Like Hunting Adeline. I can't remember. There's two of them. They basically sound the same to me. The two books in that series. Cat and Mouse Duet is that called? There's so many like different names for series rather than just calling it like by the first name or like something easy like the Twisted series. It's when they get all funky. Lost. Not up there. I don't remember it. I have no clue who you're on about. How did I get onto that? This is my issue. I just talk too much. This is why I need to write things down. Yeah, the Callaway series or whatever. I've got Addicted to You. Oh my god, now I remember. Most books at max about £10, maybe up to 12 if you're like checking the RRP on the back of the book. Okay, it doesn't have it on this because I think she's an independent publisher. But on the back of most books, it'll say how much it costs. And guess whose phone ran out of storage? This phone. I feel like I've moved the camera. Realistically, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Oh, about the prices of books. So, typically, books in like the works, they cost as little as £2.50, and I think everybody on Book Talk's got so used to that. Maybe not everybody, but at least I have. I'll hold my hands up. I've got so used to £2.50 to about £6 for a book. If I go into Waterstones and I have to pay the full RRP of like £10.99, I'm going and checking if it's in the works. I'm being honest. I'm just getting on my Kindle. Speaking of my Kindle, I think I need to recharge my Kindle and, you know, get back on the Kindle grind after I finish this because I always forget how much my Kindle helps me read. I might even get this on my Kindle. Sorry, it's under my cover now. I might even get it on my Kindle because I feel like it would help me so much. I miss it. I feel like everybody has like a mega Kindle phase where like you just kind of like stop reading normal like paperback or hardback books for so long. Maybe just me looking at my bookshelves about what else I need to read. Love and Other Words has been on my to do list. To why am I spelling it out? My TBR for so long. Um, I've just never got round to it. And to be honest, I haven't really. I think I got it in October, which yeah has been a while, but like considering I've got a decent amount of books that have been on here for like over a year on my like physical technical TBR, I need to hurry it up. I did start trying to read Once Upon a Broken Heart, but really did struggle, I will admit. Um, I thought like dipping into fantasy as like a romantic kind of plot would be a bit easier for me, but no, I still struggled. And I think it didn't help the book slump because it wasn't something I was necessarily like familiar with. But I will 100% get around it to it at some point. I have the entire series. I have to kind of. I've never read Chestnut Springs as well, which is probably so like shocking to so many people because I know it's so many people's faves. I really do need to get around to it. I have every single book in the series. I've never read an Elsie Silver book. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I've right. I was a bit scared of cowboy romances. I guess it's because it's such an Americanized idea that being like a northern British girl, I cannot imagine a man walking in a cowboy hat like normally. Like the idea is so foreign to me that I think I was struggling. Then obviously like when Chestnut Springs got big on TikTok and everybody was making the edits, and when Twisters came out and Glenn Powell in his cowboy hat, I was like, yeah, okay, I get it, but to me it still doesn't feel fully realistic. Um, I've read 2 out of the 3 of the Rebel Blue Ranch. I think, yeah, Rebel Blue Ranch. Christ, that's a tongue twister. I've read 2 out of 3 of that series. I've got the last one, Lost and Lassoed, here at uni because I did buy that not that long ago because I was gonna pre-order it when it was gonna come out anyway because I was so obsessed with the first 2. But I can't remember why I didn't. I think it was just more expensive on Amazon, and I just presumed it would end up coming in the works. Another thing I have not finished for the Toma series. I'm also so conscious of my storage cutting out, and I've just got so many ideas in my head. We need to talk about re- releasing 10. I hope I'm getting that right because in my brain I keep getting it mixed up with Redeeming 6, and I know Redeeming 6 has already come out, but redeeming and releasing, like, could we not have switched up the letters a little bit more? It's messing my brain up. But the American covers have come out as well, and the thing about the American covers that I really do love is that you can clearly see kind of a meaning for all of the trauma in each of the characters that are being focused on in the book through the covers. I love when a book cover explains the book, but like you don't understand it until you've read it. That's why the original Magnolia Parks covers are genuinely my favorite covers of all time. Like the big ones. When I finally realized what the original like Magnolia Parks 1 book cover actually all meant and added up to, my life felt so different. I was just so amazed by not only Jessa Hastings' mind, just her, but like the mind of the people who help her put these covers together. I do have like 3 of the new covers. I do want to collect them. That's why I've got them because it's. But I just don't like them. I don't think anybody actually prefers them. Like they are really ugly. I'll be so honest, my phone storage and my phone battery right now is so beyond gone, and I'm just gonna have to end this episode super early. I'm so sorry, this has been the most scuffed thing I'll ever do, and I will try and figure out how to do this a bit better, maybe freeing up my phone storage or filming it on something else, but let me know if you do want to see more of these. you know, if you prefer the short versions, that's more than okay. I obviously just wanted to try something a bit different. You can do like pretty long but shorter versions on TikTok, which I do sometimes, but I think for me that requires a lot more editing. This feels more natural, raw. I can just yap if my phone stops cutting out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to feedback. Please give me feedback. Please tell me what you think, and I'll actually make the next one a bit more cohesive, make a bit more sense. But I love you all. Thank you so much for all the support, honestly, over these years. You've been amazing, and hopefully this is something I can do more often, because this is literally like one of my dreams. Okay, love you, bye.